All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our small contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, today we're going to finish up the function slash methods section of this setup module that we're in. So let's dive right in. Now, we can also use functions for math operations. For example, we can say def add 6 my number. And we want this function to print out the result of my number plus 6. Now, remember, we need the def keyword to actually start our function. Add 6 is going to be the name of our function. My number is the parameter that we're passing. Now, we don't have any return value, so we don't have the arrow, and we don't have a return type. Now, we're going to call this function by saying add 6, which is the name of the function, and it's not indented, as you can see, and it doesn't have a def keyword. So this is how we call it. And you can see here we have add 6 4. We letting the function know that we want this 4 to be represented by my number. So the parameter of my number is going to be set to the value of 4. So when we actually trigger this function by calling it, it's going to trigger this print statement that's going to say 4 plus 6, or my number, which is 4 because we assigned 4 to my number. It's going to be 4 plus 6, which should print out 10 to our terminal. Now we can also use our functions for math operations like this. So you can see we have def add together my first number plus my second number, our two parameters. You can see separated by a comma. And again, we don't have any return values. We don't want a return function, so we don't have the arrow and we don't have a return type. But this function is going to print out the result of my first number plus my second number. And we're actually going to call this function by saying add together 4 and 5, letting our function know that we want to assign these two values to our two parameters. My first number is going to be 4, comma, my second number is going to be 5. So when we trigger this function, it's going to trigger this print statement that's going to say 4 plus 5, which should print out the value 9 to our terminal. And we're actually going to run this example over here in our example file so I can show you what it looks like. So let's get this queued up. So we have Python example dot py, and let's get and run that and see what we get. And as you can see, we get the values 10 and 9. That's because 4 plus 6 is 10 and 4 plus 5 is 9. And that's how functions pretty much work with math operations inside of our Python and Viper. And Viper would be a little bit different. We would actually have to use the value types for the specifications that we want to use. Remember the UN256s, so that's what we use. But for now, we're going to leave it like that, just using the Python version because it's pretty much the same. So tomorrow we're going to pick up inside of a new section of the module, which is going to be conditionals. So look out for that. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.